Giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Radash. Alright, as you can see, U.S. consumers' prices rise moderately in March. Underlying inflation is still hot. U.S. consumer prices barely rose in March as the cost of gasoline declined. But stubbornly, high rents kept underlying inflation pressures simmering, likely ensuring that the Federal Reserve will raise interest rates again next month. The Consumer Price Index climbed 0.1% last month, after advancing 0.4% in February. The Labor Department said on Wednesday, in the 12 months through March, the CPI increased 5.5%. Alright. So, let's go grab some scriptures. Let's go to 2nd Esdras. Chapter 16 and verse 21. It says, Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So you may be able to still purchase things. You may still be able to go in store. People are complaining about the inflation, the cost going up. But soon there won't be any food in the stores, pursuant to the 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter. The Lord is going to completely wipe out the stores and the jobs. 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown place appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So there's not going to be any food in the stores. And there's not going to be any jobs neither. Let's go to Isaiah 19 and 15. It says, Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. This place America, spiritual Egypt, pursuant to Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead body shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So that's this place America, spiritual Egypt. And there's not going to be any work for Egypt. Let's go to Ecclesiastes. And this is the beginning of the stages that's leading into the famine. These are the beginning signs of the breaking down of this economy. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. And the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and the daughters of music shall be brought low. That's right. So it's not going to be no jobs. Alright, the price is going to keep going up. People are not going to be able to afford anything. Alright. And this is the beginning of the plagues of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Because one of the plagues that the Lord is bringing is poverty, pursuant to 2nd Esdras chapter 15. And 49. It says, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine. And that's what we're talking about, famine. Sword and pestilence. Poverty is another one too. To waste thy houses with destruction and death. So the Lord is actually sending poverty upon the inhabitants of the earth. That's one of the plagues. And that's why people are complaining about the prices of goods and how it's going to hit up into inflation. It says the inflation data came on the heels of last Friday's employment report, which showed a solid pace of job growth in March and the unemployment rate falling back 3.5. Persistently high inflation, labor market tightness, and signs that financial market stress wrought by last month's collapse of two regional banks is easing should allow the Fed to continue prioritizing restoring price stability. All right. So, we're keeping our eyes on these things, the market. And real soon this market is going to crash, according to biblical prophecy. So, that's pretty much it, All praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shai. Shalom.